Fasting journal, day 1 out of 40. It took me a while to decide whether I wanted it to be a title, fasting journal, or would I hashtag it as 40 days of fasting or 40 days fasting or vegan fasting. And I still haven't really decided what it is going to be as of yet, but I don't really think it's that important. First off, I just want to say I just want to apologize for the noise outside. It's always going to be like this here because I'm right by the side of the road. It's really quiet in the mornings, which is nice, but when it comes into the afternoons and evenings, it gets like this. But I feel like with YouTube, it should be done in the evenings. And what I've decided to do is I decided to split myself up between IGTV and YouTube, but for two different reasons. IGTV, I wanted to document more of like the mornings and how I'm feeling, just how I'm feeling on the day itself with the fasting. But with YouTube, I wanted to go a little bit more in depth because you can spend a lot longer time on YouTube. On, for example, today, the reason why I'm doing this, spend a little bit longer time on my experiences and my readings and all. Um, yeah, and I've taken some time to change up my YouTube and IG because I think especially YouTube, it's been a while since I've gotten on because to be honest, I never really had the confidence to add anything or to share anything on YouTube because everything has already been shared on YouTube. And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there with a lot more experience in what I'm doing, in anything that I'm doing. And so I do admit that I have a little bit of a low self-esteem on YouTube, which is really weird because I love YouTube. And I love listening to other people's stories. So yeah, I'm taking a bit of a bold, courageous step to get myself on YouTube with what I have to share. But I do feel like it's quite a calling to share this, and I feel like it's the time, and I don't know how to explain it. Um, just recently, I decided to look at my old vegan Malaysia YouTube posts. There are very few because I don't really like to talk about my me being vegan either. And I remember being very shy actually about how I got into it. Um, because because most of the time I think that people are just going to think I'm absolutely crazy. And in this case as well, I am pretty sure people are just going to think I'm crazy. Um, so that's why there was a post on me doing 65 hours of a dry fast, and then that was it. Because I wanted to experience it myself. And I did feel over the month of January, February that there was something about dry fasting that really changed my entire perception of the world. And I didn't think I was going to go back into fasting, but here I am. And it was, again, a calling. It is exactly the same kind of calling that I got to become vegan about 8 years ago. 8 years ago? Yeah. Yeah. Wait. We're 2019. Like, so almost 9 years ago. So it's the same kind of thing. And as much as I feel that there are more vegans, especially in Malaysia, because that's where I'm from, there are more vegans. There's in the country, in the world, there are a lot more vegan friendly restaurants and cafes and bars everywhere, popping up everywhere, which is great. It's really great. I don't really have too much of an issue, and I'm really glad to see the vegan community, especially the young generation, really picking it up and wanting to fight for animal rights humanity and climate change, and that's all good. I guess I'm just a lot more of a private person, and I do feel that there's more to this now. I do feel that the next step up is fasting. And I'm already noticing that more people are going into intermittent fasting. Um, and that's great, but there is another level up. And they either call it breatharianism or they call it food freedom, and it's a crazy place. And there's a lot of just, it's a controversial thing, because we've been taught to eat and to eat 3 times a day, if not more. And what I have been experiencing is that's actually not true. But I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people who are going to say, that is not true for me. I decided that I'm just going to put myself out there anyway for the next 40 days and share with everyone what I've been experiencing and what I've been noticing in this fast. So that is the reason. Believe it or not, that is the reason why I'm doing this. It actually is a calling. It's not only a calling to do it, but it's a calling to share it and to see what happens from there. Because fasting in general, when it comes to Lent, I've been doing it since I was 12. Not fasting per se, not every single year, but abstinence. And it is a huge part of my life, and I don't talk about it at all, as you can see. And if you were to scroll down my YouTube channel, you will notice that I don't really talk about it so much. But yeah, I do feel like this is the way of the world. There's so much that I'm noticing, and there's so much that I feel like it's about time that I share, and to not be afraid of my own personal opinions. It's my personal opinion, and some people may totally agree with what I have to say in the next 40 days, and some people will not, and that's just it. I think that, like, I've spent quite a long time, if not all my life, trying to be in the middle and please everyone and understand everybody else's point of view. And I think that I'm done with that. Yeah, I'm done with that. I'm done with that nonsense. And plus, I think that now I'm taking fasting into a whole different level that I've never done before. And what I mean by that is I am doing fasting and meditation and prayer. I've never done that. I don't know why I never thought about it. And I started in January. Oh, there goes one of the windows. I started in January, where I started my day with prayer and meditation in the morning, and then went through my day just working normally, not eating, not drinking at all. And then at night, before I go to sleep, I would meditate and I would pray. And I would just read books on prayer and meditation. And I would mix it up a little bit and find a prayer or meditation on YouTube, because, I'm a YouTuber, obviously. This time around, there was a calling that sent me to an abbey, and I got these books. And I don't remember if the previous video I pulled it out. And I've decided that, okay, this is something. Something is pulling me to do this. I know that I missed the Lent boat, definitely. But I feel like this is something that I can do, and I can do right now. That I'm far away from my business and pretty much far away from people, and I have more time to myself to do this and to feel it within my own body and to share. So that's it. I just wanted to share that. I will continue every day with a little piece of stuff. A piece of stuff? that I learn through my fast. Currently, I have been fasting for almost 24 hours. Well, not really. Well, almost 24 hours, coming in 3 hours. So 21 hours. But I'm going to be fasting all the way until the next day just because I've eaten more than enough in Greece. That this is a very easy day, a very, very easy day. So I'm going to break my fast in, I would say, in a little under 48 hours. And this is all I wanted to put up today. I want to try to make these videos short because there's so much to say. And I know that not everybody has a lot of time in their hands. I will not be editing anything. I am just putting it out there as is. See you tomorrow.